Hello everyone, thank you very much for joining us for our engineering webinar today, an introduction to your School of Study, the School of Physics, Engineering and Computer Science. We will start these slides in about a minute's time. I'll just talk you through some of the buttons that you can use on screen to interact with some panelists. And the session is recorded, so if your internet does cut out at any point, you want to watch any sections back, we'll be able to share a copy of the recording later with you as well. Now, you should see you've got the chat button. Please feel free to use the chat to talk to each other. Just be mindful if you are putting your personal information in the chat though, because this is a public session. And then you've also got the Q&A button. So if you do want to ask a question to us panelists, please pop that in the Q&A just because the chat moves quite quickly. We want to make sure we don't miss your question. In the Q&A feature, we'll also be typing some answers to some of your questions as the presentations go on. So also check the answered column because you might find somebody's asked something you were interested in as well. But without further delay, we will start the session now. So thank you so much for waiting, everybody. Now, we're just going to introduce ourselves so you know who you've got in the room. So my name's Kat, I'm the marketing manager, and I'll be talking you through a bit of preparation for start of term.
Hi everybody, my name's Jess and I work with Kat in the international office, and I'll be going through the Q&A later on, so make sure you're adding your questions to that section and I can get that answered for you live later on at the end of the session.
Hi, hello everyone. My name is Dr. Mose Bevilacqua. I'm a senior lecturer in mechanical engineering division, and I'm also former admission tutor, as well as a former program leader. So I will be glad to talk to you about the facilities that we have at the University of Hertfordshire today, and then direct your questions or answer it if suitable. Looking forward to speaking to you.
Hi everyone, I am Dr. Selim Mia. I'm working as a lecturer in aerospace engineering department, and also I'm working as an admission tutor. So I'll be happy to answer some specific questions relating our engineering programs here, the both undergraduate and the postgraduates. Thank you.
Excellent, thank you. So you're in really good hands today, everyone. Get those questions in. This is the perfect opportunity. Now, just to give you an idea of what we're going to cover in today's session. So first, we'll give you a bit of an introduction to your School of Study. Then we'll give you an update on start of term preparation. And after that, that's when we're going to go to Q&A. So that's when we're going to be reading out some of your questions live and answering them on the webinar today. Now, just before we start with the slides, we're just going to do a short poll to get you involved as well. So we're just going to see which subjects we've got in the room with us. So which subject will you be studying when you join Hearts? Now, I'm just going to launch this. Feel free to take part. It should just be multiple choice. So you should see that on your screen now. So you can select your subject that you'll be coming to study with us. So it might be aerospace engineering, you might have space technology or pilot studies with that course, automotive engineering, civil engineering, communication and information engineering, electronics or power electronics and control, manufacturing engineering, mechanical, supply chain management, or motorsport technology as well. So there's lots to choose from. Find your one in the list, and we'll see if you've got some future classmates in the session with you today as well. Okay, that's brilliant. I can see over half of you have taken part, so please do join in. It's great to see you all engaging with the session as well. Makes it a bit more interesting for you. But I'll close the poll in just a second, and then we'll have a look at these results together. Okay, perfect. So we've got a really good mix in the room. We can see we've got people from quite a lot of the different subject areas. A lot of you here from the aerospace and electronics engineering, a few from mechanical, civil and automotive as well. And we've even got someone from communication and information. So that's brilliant, really good mix of people who are going to be getting involved in a lot of different facilities once you arrive. So thank you for taking part in that, everyone. What we'll do now is I will pass to my colleagues to give you a bit more information about your School of Study.
Okay, welcome everyone to the University of Hertfordshire. My name is Dr. Mose Bevilacqua. As I mentioned in the introduction, I worked for 4 years as program leader in the BEng, MEng mechanical engineering. So I have a decent overview of the program. And I've also worked as international admission tutor. Now I'm not admission tutor anymore, and Dr. Salim instead is against another few dedicated members of staff. So welcome, and now we can move on to the next slide. Cut, please. So the University of Hertfordshire, we are one of the largest engineering schools in the United Kingdom, and we have been so for quite some time, with over 50 years of experience in teaching engineering, which we have refined through periodic reviews, which now are due also in 1 year time. So we make sure that your course is represent the state of the art in terms of academic knowledge that can prepare in the best way for undertaking any job in mechanical, automotive, aerospace engineering, electronic engineering, and civil engineering. We have over 3,500 undergraduate and postgraduate students, so we are quite big. And we have now moved, as it's been already a few years, into a wonderful new building with lots of amazing facilities, which I will be able to only introduce you in this webinar, because otherwise it may take half a day. So we really look forward for you to come and have a look with your own eyes. And all of the facilities that we have are at the level of industrial standards. So whatever laboratories or research projects that as part of your course that you will be engaged with, you can rest assured that it will be serving to enrich your portfolio for potential, and actually not just potential, for actually real interviews that will come upon completion of your course. Can change slide, Cut, please. So yes, now we will play a message from our Dean, Professor McCloskey, that will introduce you to the University of Hertfordshire and to the School of Physics, Engineering, and Computer Science. Yeah.
Hello, I'm Daniel McCluskey, Dean of School of Physics, Engineering and Computer Science. Thank you for applying to one of the courses in my school. You've made a great choice. Physics, mathematics, the many areas of engineering, robotics, computer science and information technology influence all aspects of our life and help to provide and maintain the modern high technology world we live in. I see the courses in my school as a force for good. They drive economic growth, shape our daily lives and transform communities. Our courses are designed to reflect the needs of industry, now and in the future. We focus on equipping you with theoretical concepts and practical skills to solve the challenges of our ever-evolving world. You will benefit from applying your learning to real-life projects and scenarios. We have a vibrant program of co-curricular activities. These present you with opportunity to develop valuable interpersonal, team working and employment skills, to apply your learning in real-life scenarios and in areas that you have an interest in. These opportunities are great fun and build identity and community across the school. You will learn from exceptional scientists, engineers, computer scientists and mathematicians at the forefront of their fields. You will benefit from some fabulous facilities. We have staff who want to share with you their many years' experience in industry so that you are ready to use this after graduation. And you'll also benefit from the strong links that we have with businesses such as Airbus, Apple, Aston Martin, Canon, Global Invacom, McLaren, Microsoft and Rolls-Royce amongst many others. Our alumni now work in companies large and small in the UK and around the world on many exciting projects that aim to make the world a better place for us all. I wish you every success in your studies and hope to welcome you into my school in the future. Good luck.
Hi everyone again. So as Professor McCloskey said, so I would encourage you to look at where the graduates are actually, our alumni are working on, and they are all very well placed. Well, most of them, a very high percentage, are very well placed into jobs in industry. So that is symptomatic of the fact that our courses will prepare you in the best way possible to face the challenges in industry. And the way we do that is by providing courses, both undergraduate and postgraduate, that are a blend of theory and practice. So what do I mean by that? I mean that as engineers, future engineers, you are expected to have a sound theoretical knowledge, which each module of your program will address in his own way, such as in the area of mechanical or civil, if you're studying civil engineering, electronics, if you're studying electrical and electronics, and so on. So you will be introduced to the necessary theory that will make you a great engineer with the fundamental competencies that are required by industry. But on top of that, our courses are also a fine blend of that theory, so necessary, as well as practical skills that it will be required as well, or it will be a great advantage to have at the moment where you will be introducing yourself for the first time to your employers, in your first potential future employers in your first interview. So as part of our undergraduate courses, we have adopted what we call the CDIO philosophy: conceive, design, innovate, operate, where we have modules where you will actually build and test a real size engineering prototype from the design to the test part. And this is not just like a small scale model, but rather an actual engineering model that you will be able to test, and sometimes in competitions as part of the module with your peers. In the postgraduate options, we will have also very much a blend between theory and laboratories that will have the state-of-the-art facilities that I will just briefly mention in this webinar. Like I said, just mention, because otherwise we will have to speak for the entire morning. So we look forward to see you here. And so whether you are a postgraduate or undergraduate student, you will find that the preparation that the University of Hertfordshire will be able to offer you will be great, once again, so that when you come to industry, you may already have some advantage over some other potential potential other applicants. So anyway, just to give you a small introduction. So we have now a wonderful new building where we have a large size laboratory, and they are grouped into different areas. So we have, for example, the mechanical engineering laboratory, and here we have equipment that includes acoustics and vibrations, precision measurement instrument, thermal management system, as well as material characterization. These instruments, some of these instruments will be part of your courses. Some others are research specialized, which may not be part of the courses, but you may just wish to inquire to see the work of our research team as part of. They are the same academics that will be your lecturer. They're also engaged in research, so you can inquire with them about their own research fields, so that to give some inspiration and potential, some direction later on in your courses. So then we have also a automotive group, where we have a wonderful driving simulation suite. We have also vehicle build and race setup in the facilities of the university. We have an autonomous vehicle lab, as well as the very famous UH racing team that has been going on for more than 20 years. And every year it is busy, it is engaged with the race challenge in the UK and in Europe. Then we have the materials and structures group of laboratories, which will include, and not limited to, light structure and fluid labs and the nanotechnology research lab. We have also civil engineering group of labs, which will include areas of surveying, hydraulical labs, and structural labs as well, which sometimes overlaps with the mechanical. And then we have also a great soil lab and a range of project work that will be presented to you as you progress from your first year into your later years, or if you're a postgraduate student, as you progress as part of your course. We also have a great laboratories for the electronics, robotics, and computer science group. Some of these includes, but once again, not limited to, spectrum analyzer and the FPGA development board, Jetson Nano Development Kit, as well as STM development board, Arduino units, Raspberry Pi, and so on. So there will be plenty of opportunities to actually engage your practical wish to see actually how engineering works from as part of your courses. So I think that's it for the introduction. As part of the aerospace, I may want to just add for a second. There is a wonderful wind tunnel testing that you will certainly be able to see if you are enrolled as part of one of our aerospace degree programs. Okay, that's it from me. Now I pass you to my colleague, Dr. Salim.
Immerse yourself in aerospace engineering at one of the largest engineering departments in the UK. Here at Herts, you will learn the fundamental skills required to be a modern engineer, including the principles of flight and aircraft operations. Get hands-on experience, from designing and testing prototypes in our amazing facilities to learning how aircraft fly in our flight simulators, wind tunnels and controls testing suite. With our brand new School of Physics, Engineering and Computer Science building opening in 2024, you'll also benefit from experiential learning zones and simulation labs to fuel your passion. In addition, you'll have the chance to undertake work experience and make connections with some of the most well-known industry names. Students have had placements at Airbus, Virgin Atlantic Engineering and BAE Systems. Launch your career in aerospace engineering at Herts.
Thank you, Dr. Moose. Hello, everyone. I'll start by discussing about the opportunities that you can experience during your studies with us in University of Hertfordshire. So first of all, while you are studying any undergraduate or postgraduate engineering courses, besides the theoretical studies, you will be supported with the advanced lab facilities for your practical works and the project. So Dr. Mose gave you an overview about the lab facilities we have here in University of Hertfordshire. So we have some special projects in various engineering departments. So for example, there is a possibility that you can be part of the Formula student team. You will be happy to know that the most of UK-based Formula One team has graduates from our university. So you can also grab this exciting opportunity. If you are joining us to study one of our program, say aerospace engineering with pilot studies, you can have the opportunity to get the pilot license. So you can be involved in some incredible projects involving unnamed air vehicles, that is widely known as UAVs in aerospace industries. In terms of your UG or postgraduate research projects, our potential supervisors are very keen to supervise various industrial projects or any promising projects proposed by the students as well. Yeah. So we have a strong link with some renowned industries such as Airbus, Rolls-Royce, BMW, Apple and Microsoft, the British Airways, and some other more. So you can start your career with these companies using our connections. So we offer placements as part of the undergraduate program. So in the third year or the final year of your undergraduate program, you will have a sandwich placement option. You can have 1 year fully paid job experience in one of our partner company that will count towards your portfolio of work experience for gaining IN or CN status. Okay. So we always recommend all undergraduate students to attempt to apply and obtain the placement opportunity. We have also study abroad options in, say, for example, USA, Canada, Australia, or some other countries, so that you can have the opportunity to study in another culture, discipline, or even language. So you can contact your program leader for more details about the study abroad options. Okay, so next slide, cut please.
Study civil engineering at Herts and you'll join one of the largest engineering departments in the UK. The perfect place to build up your knowledge and skills. Learn how to contribute to the world's infrastructure. From the tallest buildings and most spectacular bridges to road and rail networks. Be inspired in first-class facilities. Our brand new School of Physics, Engineering and Computer Science building opens in 2024, offering water engineering labs, state-of-the-art heavy structures testing facilities, and innovative construction materials research labs. You'll be supported and guided by industry mentors and have the chance to gain invaluable work placement experience. Our graduates have gone on to work at Jacobs, Arup, Volker Fitzpatrick, Balfour Beatty, and Skanska. Build your career in civil engineering at Herts.
Okay, so now I'll talk about some accreditations and employment support we provide here. So all of our degrees are accredited by various institutions. So for example, the aerospace engineering degree is accredited by Royal Aeronautical Society. The mechanical engineering degree is accredited by IMechE. The automotive engineering degree is accredited by IET. So these are some the examples of the accreditations. So these institutions periodically work with us to ensure that the courses you are studying are the appropriate level to become a competitive engineer. Okay. So your work experience from the placement options will help you in the steps towards the chartered engineer or CEng status. So if you want to know about any particular course, you can contact with your program leader for more details. Okay. So as our degrees are accredited, you can apply for a job, not just in this country, also in the abroad or all over the world, wherever you want. Okay. You can take the benefit from our careers and employment team to get necessary supports in your job search. So we have also online global career resources and jobs platform for the international students as well. Okay, so next slide, Kat, please.
Automotive engineering at Herts prepares you for many of the exciting careers available to a chartered automotive engineer. Alongside having opportunity to design, build and compete with a Formula Student car, you'll learn all the essential aspects of vehicle design, such as performance, consumer demand and sustainability. You'll benefit from our automotive workshops, modelling, simulation and research labs, including our autonomous vehicles research lab, as well as have the chance to be taught in our new dedicated building for the School of Physics, Engineering and Computer Science, opening in 2024. There will also be the opportunity to boost your CV with a year in industry. Previous students have undertaken placements at companies including Bentley Motors, Rolls-Royce Motor Cars and Triumph Motorcycles. Kickstart your career in automotive engineering with Herts.
Thank you. So I'll be happy to answer your specific program related the questions. Now I pass over to Kat.
Excellent. Thank you both so much. It's always great to see the facilities in action in those videos as well, because there's so much to get involved in at Herts. So yeah, if you've got any questions, everybody, I can see some have been coming in. We're going to go to Q&A at the end. What I will do first, though, everyone, we're just going to do a short interactive quiz just to get you involved again. It's on a platform called Mentimeter. Now, I would encourage you to get involved in this because it's something that you might come across once you're a student at Herts. So it's just to get you familiar with something that might be used during your lectures as well. So I'm just going to pause screen sharing to bring this up for you all. Okay, and I'm just loading this now. Okay, excellent. Now, hopefully you can all see that. So if you would like to join, you can either go to menti.com, enter that code to get access to the quiz, the interactive session, or if you're watching this on your laptop and you've got your smartphone to hand, you can scan the QR code and join us on your phone as well. Or I can see one person's in there already, which is brilliant, but if you could all give me just a little thumbs up on that little icon that you should get when you're into the Menti, so I can see that we've got a few people. Oh, brilliant. There's a few of you in there, which is fantastic. Thank you. All right, I'll just give a chance for a few more people to join and then we'll go through. It's anonymous. It's different ways that we're going to kind of engage with you. It's just to get you a bit more involved in the session. So just a little bit of fun. Please feel free to join in. Excellent. So I can see we've got a bunch of you in there now. I'll move on to the first question of the Menti. If you haven't quite signed in yet and you want to, please feel free to do so during any point of the quiz as well. Oh, brilliant. Okay. So the first question, if I can load it. So this is just for us to find out where you're watching from today. What country are you currently in? You should have a little pin that you can drag and put it roughly on the world map where you are. It is a little bit fiddly because if you're doing it on your phone, the screen's going to be small, so don't worry about trying to be too accurate. Just pop the pin wherever you can that's closest to where you are, and we'll see where our viewers are today. Oh, excellent. We've got such a mix here. We've got someone looks like somebody's in America, somebody's in the UK, lots in Africa and India as well. Excellent. This is a really good mix, everybody. You're in a range of time zones as well. So thank you so much for joining us today and giving up your time for this session. Excellent. People still having a go, popping their pins on the map. So I'll just leave that slide up for another minute or two, but you can see where your fellow classmates are coming from as well, whereabouts they are currently, which is lovely. Oh, excellent. We've got somebody in Mexico down there. I think that pin is some more in South America as well. So you're all over the world, which is brilliant to see. So thank you for joining in for that. I'm going to go to the next slide now. Now this one is a little bit different format. So what are your personal goals for the course? So you should be able to just type in something on your screen there. Again, there's no right or wrong answer. Just give us an idea of what you're hoping to achieve from the course. So it might be building your confidence. It might be getting a postgraduate degree. It might be making friends or, you know, experiencing UK education. There's no right or wrong answer. Oh, excellent. We've had some come through there. Somebody is hoping to get into Rolls-Royce or BAE. Very good to have your goals there as well. If anybody else wants to share, it's all anonymous as well, by the way. Get professional as well as technical skills in civil engineering. Excellent. Yes, you'll definitely get that on the programme at Herts. There's lots of hands-on facilities, as you saw in some of those videos as well. To graduate and get into the F1 scene. Brilliant answer if you're doing one of the motorsport or automotive. I think as you saw in the slides there that Mosi and Salim were presenting, almost every Formula One team has a Herts graduate, which is excellent. Somebody's after a first class degree, which is brilliant. Yep, set your sights on doing the best you can with your academics. It's really going to set up your future. Somebody else joining NASA as an aeronautical engineer or propulsion engineer, make a change to the world. That's lovely and very ambitious to see. So definitely get yourself stuck in once you do join Herts. Going to scroll down. We've had loads come in, everybody. So this is excellent. Thank you. AI engineer. well-rounded civil engineering, better role and development for your home country, which again, really aspirational. Gain experience in the UK, another join F1, work in a top renewable energy company. So yeah, really good personal goals there, everyone. You've probably seen something that will inspire you as well. So thank you for joining in that one as well. Now I'm just going to go to the next slide. So this is going to be a bit of a word cloud. So again, if you want to join in, there's no right or wrong answer, but write a word that you associate with hearts. You can join in as many times as you want, but just submit one word at a time, and we'll get a bit of a word cloud going. So that's excellent. So somebody's put college, international. Yeah, we've got a great international community at Hearts. We've actually currently got students from over 110 countries around the world, which is great. So you've got a really good global mix of people that you'll meet. Brilliant. So yeah, that international word is still there. Community, multicultural. Opportunity, yes, you've got lots of opportunities to get involved with various things at Hearts. There's a lot of support teams as well that do use them. Once you're a student, that's what they're there for, to make your student experience the best it can be. Racing, yeah, so if you're trying to get into that F1 student racing, definitely get involved in that. Facilities, sports, which I'm going to talk about a bit more. Good environment, facilities, education. The forum, yes, we've got the forum, so there's lots of events that happen in there as well, so keep an eye out for those once you're a student. Oh, it's somebody's put as their dream as well, which is again lovely, sensational. So excellent, thank you for joining in with this as well, everyone. This is really nice to see kind of what words you associate with Hearts, and what you're looking forward to getting involved in once you're a student as well. So I'll move on to the next one for us. These are still coming, which is brilliant. Really nice to see a good mix there. But that opportunity and community, they're the main ones that are showing up there, which is lovely to see. Because yeah, that's what we're all about, building that community where you can meet the global network of other students from around the world and getting you that opportunity to advance forward with your career goals and the facilities that you want that hands-on experience with. Okay, so the next question, what stage of application are you at? So we've probably got people from a range of application stages watching today. So you might just be preparing to apply. You might not have submitted your application yet. You might have submitted and you're waiting for your offer. You might be paying your deposit or clearing your conditions. You might have done all that and you're ready for CAS, or you might have your CAS already and you're preparing to apply for your visa. So again, it's just to give us an idea of where you're at. You can see where the other people viewing today are at as well. So this is excellent. So we've got a lot of people who are at the paying the deposit stage, which is great. Now is the time to do so if you haven't already, and clearing your conditions. So once you've cleared your conditions and paid your deposit, that's when admissions can progress you to the next stage, which I'm going to talk about a little bit more in the next slides. But a lot of you are ready for CAS, which is excellent to see. So admissions can issue CAS now for those people who have cleared all those conditions. Now, I've got one more question for this quiz, so thank you for taking part. This is more just feedback for me and my team. So we're always looking to make sure that you've got all the information that you need. How do you prefer to receive information from us? So it's multiple choice. You can pick as many as you want, but which ones do you like us using to interact with you? So it might be webinars like this today, emails, calls, in-person events, or social media. You might like them all. You might just like a couple. So it's just to give us an idea on how you prefer us to get this information to you, because we know there's a lot you need to do, especially on the run up to start of term, and we're there to help you as much as possible. But this is great. So I think it's unanimous that you all prefer email, which is excellent. Webinars as well. So we will be doing some more sessions like this on topics on the run up to start of term, and social media too. Perfect. Well, thank you so much everyone for taking part. I'm going to switch us back to the slides now, and we'll just do a little bit about start of term. So thank you for joining in with that. It's always great to hear kind of what you think as well and what you're looking forwards to, and also where we can help you out with a bit more information. Okay, so hopefully you can back on the slide deck now. So preparing for the start of term. we know that there is a lot to think about. You'll all be in those different areas of your application stage that you did in that quiz. As I've said, once you've cleared your conditions, if there are any additional requirements you need, so some of you might be asked to complete a sponsorship interview or financial checks. If those are required, admissions will email you, they'll supply you with guidance on what you need to prepare. And then once you've cleared those, that's when you'll be at the CAS stage. Once you've got your CAS, you can apply for your visa and then sort out the rest of the preparation for you coming to the UK. Now, there are things that we will be helping you with on the run up to start of term. So we do release our pre-arrival guide every year. We'll be updating that, especially for our September 2025 intake. When that's ready, we'll send you an email and we'll circulate it around to you, but that's probably going to be around mid-July time. And then same as this session, we'll be doing some dedicated webinars all around preparing for the start of term. So we'll cover things like your document checklists, your packing checklists, airport tips, so how to get from the 4 closest airports to the campus, and also our free airport collection, registration guidance, the events calendar, all different stuff like that. So keep an eye out for those and we'll send you out the invites when those sessions are set up as well. Now, speaking of the events calendar, you can save that down to your favourites in preparation if you want, but we'll remind you about that closer to the time. You'll probably see that a lot more events start getting added on the run up to start of term once things like timetables and everything have been sorted out. We do recommend join as many activities as you can. It's a great way to meet people outside your specific course and your classes as well, so that you can meet people from other schools of study. And we've got a lot of different sports clubs and societies. So if you've got a real passion, a real interest for something, if a society doesn't already exist, speak to your SU rep. They can help you set up a society to meet people who've got similar interests to you as well. And then we've also got teams like Heart Squad. So they do free sport available for people of all abilities. So if it's a sport that you've never had a go at before, you want to give it a try, please do get involved in that as well. But they also do things like helping teach people to ride a bike, or you can have a go at rollerblading, lots of things to get involved in. And then we also have our Hertfordshire Internships. So this is another thing that you can sign up to in advance if you want to do this. So it's an opt-in voluntary experience. It's available to Hearts offer holders on postgraduate programs, and it's a remote internship personalised to you. It's supported by a team of professionals and is host companies in 18 career fields around the world. So you'll be able to tailor it with your career aspirations and the subjects that you're studying. Again, it's flexible and it's just to get you gaining experience to improve your career prospects and boost your employability. So it's something else you can put on your CV and also build that kind of global network of professionals as well. So we'll send you out some more information about that soon, but just so you know what that is when the emails come around, and then you can sign up to it if it is something that you would be interested in. I'm going to do one more poll session and then we'll be going to Q&A shortly. There's just a few more slides left, but it's just again to get an idea of what you're most looking forwards to at Hearts. So we've talked a lot about the academic side, but now the social side. So you should see that multiple choice poll on screen. You might be looking forward to joining the society, exploring Hatfield and London, the Heart Squad sports that I mentioned, or attending the SU event at the forum. I know when we had the word cloud earlier, a few people had put the forum on there, which is great. So I'll leave that open for another minute or two, and then we'll have a look at these results together as well. Excellent, perfect. Lots of you joining in as well. So thank you so much for being so interactive. I'm going to close the poll now so that we can move on with the session. But we'll have a look at those results. So lots of people actually looking forward to exploring Hatfield and the local area and the Heart Squad sports, which is brilliant. So these are, you know, free things that you can get involved in around your studies, and it's a great way to, you know, get familiar with where you live and meet those new friends. Join the society, as I mentioned, perfect, and exploring London. There's lots to do in London, lots of free museums, art galleries, all the sites as well. Keep an eye out on that events calendar, because usually the Dean of Students team do some free trips into London, or ones that you can sort of buy a ticket for, and they'll organise the transport for you. Now, just before we do go to the Q&A, a bit more of a serious slide now, engagement and attendance. So I just wanted to set your expectations. Be ready to start your course on your programme start date. So again, we'll be emailing you reminders about that towards July, August time. Engagement with your studies is monitored, and you'll get an ID card like you can see in the bottom photo on screen, and you'll have to tap in to confirm your attendance at your lectures and your webinar, your sessions. So make sure that you are swiping in, because you need that attendance mark. If your engagement is below 80%, there is a risk you can be withdrawn from the programme, or even withdrawn from your visa sponsorship as well. So it can get quite serious. That's why we just say make sure that you are living within an easy commute to campus as well. It's going to make it so much easier for you to attend classes. You've got all the resources at your feet. You've got the LRC, Spectra as well. You can pop in when you're not in classes as well. Now, final tips from me. So things that you can be doing now to help you prepare for your studies. The university has created a free Getting Ready to Study at Hearts workbook. Just work your way through that. I know a lot of you were at the CAS stage, so while you're waiting for your CAS or waiting to hear back from your visa, this is a great use of your time. There's lots to do on there. So there's things like tips for academic success, video tours of the LRCs, so that it just makes it easier for you to find your way around once you join. Book your accommodation now. So I know that there was a few in the chat saying that they'd applied, which is brilliant to see, but if you haven't, there are still rooms available on campus. We do recommend live on campus wherever you can, just because of the extra perks that come with it. You don't need a UK guarantor. You've got all your utility bills, Wi-Fi and contents insurance included, and the 24/7 support as well. We know that some of you might need to live off campus for whatever reason, so if that is you, always make sure you're using PAL accredited landlords. So PAL is a scheme that the university set up with the local council. It's a website that displays properties in the local area. All the properties will look as they do on the pictures. Any deposit that you've had to pay is held securely, and all the landlords have been vetted as well. So you know you're not going to be at risk of any scams if you're using PAL. You do need to live within a maximum 2-hour or 30-mile radius from campus. Now, personally, I think that's quite far. I certainly wouldn't want to be travelling 2 hours there, 2 hours back for a morning lecture. So my guidance would be, if you do need to live off campus, look at the Hatfield area so that you can walk to lectures if you want to. It's just going to make your whole student experience a lot easier. You're not going to spend as much money and time commuting and travelling, and you'll just have more energy to focus on your academics as well. Check out the commute costs and times using the bus and train network. And then the final tip from me is clearing your outstanding conditions. So now is the time. Check your most recent offer letter, see what's outstanding, pay your deposit for those of you who haven't done so already as well, so that admissions can progress you. And if you're not sure what you need to do next, please do ask someone. You can speak to your in-country rep, your agent, or you can speak to our team at international@hearts.ac.uk, and we can always check for you to see what's coming up next for you. So I've got one last video just to show you a bit about the accommodation, and then we're going to go to Q&A. So thank you for waiting, everybody.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth, and today I'm going to show you all of the amazing things of why did I choose to live on College Land campus. First, let's start with my bedroom. It's so close to classes and contains everything that you need. And here's my kitchen, where I get to meet all of my flatmates. However, for larger gatherings, we have got common rooms, perfect for everything from group yoga to movie nights. And not to forget the oval. It's great to have a team of support staff to help with just about everything. And a gym for those post-lecture workouts. There really is everything you need on campus. Whether you like to go for a walk outdoors or if you like to get your focus to the max in the LRC. Looking for a quiet space to pray, meditate or reflect? Well, the key is the place to visit. Whatever faith you have or even you have none. Here in the Hutton Hub, you can access to all kinds of information with our Ask Hearts Hub. For the best night out, I definitely visit 77 here at the Forum. Over to you, Judith.
Hi everyone, welcome to De Havilland. I'm Judith and I'll be showing you why living here is amazing. The bedrooms are particularly great. You have absolutely everything you need in here. Say hello to the kitchen, where all the cooking and catching up with flatmates happens. In need of support? There's a whole team of staff ready to help here in the accommodation office. And just next door is the common room. Many a games night have been hosted in here. When you're feeling extra energetic, you can head over to the sports village. It's great to come over after classes to get a workout in at the gym or take a dive in the huge pool. Just like College Lane, this campus has its very own LRC. And also the beautiful Cafe Ambition with its great music and even better coffee. So that's a wrap. Thanks for coming along with us. Hope to see you on campus soon.
Perfect. Thank you everybody for waiting for us. We're now at the Q&A, so I'll hand over to Jess.
Brilliant. Thank you so much. What a fantastic session. I've learned lots. Thank you, everybody. And thank you for your questions. I'm going to start asking these for you now. Salim, I've got a question for you. Will there be any industry guests, visits or field trips related to the aerospace programme?
You mean from our aerospace program, do we arrange any industry visit like this? Or
yeah, will there be kind of any industry visits to the university for our aerospace applicants and students?
Officially, it's not open for all the students, but we have some placement options for different industries or companies. So student can take this placement option if they are interested to any specific industries. So, and our lecturers will be supervising their placements for a specific company they are taking. Yeah. So yeah, so they have this industry this opportunity if they take this placement option. Yeah.
That's brilliant. Thank you so much. And I've got another question for you, Salim. Which accreditation is better for aerospace engineering? Is it IMECH?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm so sorry, buddy. I don't know the terminology clearly.
Yeah. So it can be IMECH, yeah, and the more specifically, it can be Royal Aeronautical Society, RVS, Royal Aeronautical Society. So also the aerospace students can take the membership from IMECH as well, but IMECH is mostly open for the mechanical engineering. Yeah, and if they want to specific, then they can take the membership from the Royal Aeronautical Society.
Brilliant, thank you so much. And then also, this is to Mose and to Salim as well for the different programmes. How are students assessed throughout these programmes? So what are the main assessment methods that, our applicants should be expecting and preparing?
I can take that question. So thank you for the question. So the assessment, this is a great question, by the way. It's good to know the assessment methods. So let's start from the more traditional one. There can be an examination, which is typically 60% of a module, or not more than that. 60% of the overall mark of a module. Then there can be tests, which means that they can be smaller version of the exam pen and paper, or they can be run as quizzes. For example, multiple choices quizzes done on our platform, which is called Canvas. So rather than being on pen and paper, you're going to be either from your own home or in a designed room in the university where you will actually be on a computer answering multiple choice questions or also larger questions. So this is another method of assessment. Then there are laboratory reports where, for example, you attend a practical lab and then you're going to write about the experience. The structure of the report will be given by the module leader, so there won't be any guessing done from your own part. And the module leader will always be happy to answer any question you may have. Then, as part of this practical approach, some module leaders also use, as part of the assessment, like a mini podcast, so where you have, for example, to record your own reflections over a certain type of assessment or experience that you had as part of the module. What else? There can be presentations, poster presentation, where, for example, as part of some of the materials module that we have in our BNGs, you may be given the opportunity to create a poster, print it, and present it. And then there will be an audience made of academics that will answer any questions. Yeah, I think this and there will be more. I don't have all in my head, but this captures very well the variety of assessment methodologies. Thank you.
It's really, really worth our kind of applicants knowing what type of assessment methods will be happening to help them prepare. So that was fantastic. Thank you so much, Mose. Mose, can I ask you this question? So if, let me find the question. It was a really good one. So a student has, or an applicant who will hopefully be a student with us, has said, what will the implications be if they can't find an industry placement while studying one of our master programs that, you know, has extended professional practice? Would there be any support offered by the university to help the student find the industry placement?
Okay, this actually is a question that I would prefer that perhaps Salim answer, because this has been a recent development. So I believe that I'm a little bit behind on that. So I think Salim would be better. But I think all I can say is that in the first year, which is before you will engage in potential placement, there will be plenty of guidance and plenty of explanation as to what to expect from the next year. But I think perhaps, like I said, Salim can perhaps top up more with more recent up-to-date information.
Yeah, so this placement option actually based on the ability. So student needs to apply. Yeah, so end of their first year, they need to apply for this kind of on the placement options. So we cannot guarantee, but most likely they get their placements into their desired industries. And in terms of the industrial visit, okay, say for example, they don't get the placement, but still they can visit any specific kind of industries for their final year projects, or for the master students if they are taking their the projects, then they can arrange with their supervisor, and then their supervisor can arrange with some kind of companies or any industries if it is required for their projects, so they can arrange a visit for them. Yeah.
Fantastic, thank you. And I know that we've got the careers and placement team as well at the university too, so I'm sure that they could support people as well if people kind of worried or need any support with finding placements as well. That all sounds brilliant. Salim, in relation to the pilot studies, this might be you or Mose, someone has asked, do you have to be taking pilot studies to be able to get time within the flight simulations? Or are there any kind of clubs or student organisations that our students can join that we give them that opportunity?
So if I understood the question correctly, so it's opportunities to do what, Jessie?
To have some time in the flight simulation.
Oh, okay. Yes, I think personally I cannot say definitely, but the best way to get a detailed answer would be to get in touch with the program leader. And personally, I believe that yes, there will definitely be some opportunities to actually use the flight simulator. More on that, it gets updated every year with newer and newer opportunities. So therefore, to give a more comprehensive answer, the program leader should be able to kind of give you exactly what to expect for the incoming academic year.
Yeah, so I can add here, Mose, if they're studying the pilot studies, obviously, yeah, they'll get the opportunity to use our flight simulators. And also, it's very exciting that they will get some real flying time So there are specific hours, so they can enjoy real flying. Yeah. So we arrange this kind of real flying. They will get some specific hours. Yeah. So
And
it's
there
very
will be a
exciting.
cost involved, but yeah, this is part of the program itself. Yeah, totally.
Yes, yes.
Thank you for the question anyway.
That's a great question. How exciting they'll get actual flying time as well. I want to do that course now. That sounds great. Salim and Mose, I know that we've reached 12 o'clock. Do you both still have time for a few more questions? If not, Kat and I can cover the other questions.
I can go on for I have a meeting at 1, but I'm very happy to carry on for another few minutes. Yes.
Okay, perfect. We'll go for a few minutes more. Thank you. Fantastic. So let me have a look through. So this is a really good question. So someone says, is the MSc in electronics engineering with extended placement accredited with IET? And what is the process for gaining CEng, like postgraduating? I'm not sure, Salim or Mose, if you would like to take that question, or if we need to maybe ask the applicant to contact their program leader.
Okay, I can say that also this is continuously renewed. So the accreditation part, I believe that it would be better to get the final seal of approval by the program leader. In terms of the CEng, that would be something that the student would have to do personally, but the university is happy to provide some guidance. But it will be something that will need to be undertaken in their own time by the student. But certainly having a master plus some experience will definitely help towards that aim. I don't know if Salim wants to answer wants to add anything else.
Yeah, no, you're right. Because actually the CEng application, they need some experiences, and when they fill up the forms for the CEng, and they need to go through some interview process as well. So in the interview process, they need to prove that they have this kind of engineering competencies. So that competencies they can gain throughout all the experiences. And obviously we do give them some guidelines, and we arrange some kind of the sessions for this kind of CEng applications, yeah, or IEng applications. Yeah. Thank you.
Fantastic. That's really good. Yeah, good to know there's support there as well. It's a great question. Thank you for that. And then this is a really interesting question as well. Salim, I'll ask you this. Can an undergraduate student get involved in any ongoing research projects or innovation labs within the university, or do they have to be a master's or a postgraduate student?
For these research projects, yeah, so for undergraduate students, they need to take one research project in their final year of studies. So we call this final year project, okay? And also for the master students or MN students, they need to take one research projects. Yeah, it's mandatory for all the students. Yeah.
Perfect. So that's great. So you will still have opportunities to undertake a research project, even if you're an undergraduate student. That's really worth it.
Yes.
Fantastic. Kat, I'll come to you. I know we've kind of gone 5 minutes over. We've got lots of questions that we haven't answered, but I can help type some of those as well. But Kat, I'll ask you the final question, which is a great question. So a student has said, if they haven't taken the on-campus accommodation option, are the other facilities like the gym and the cafeteria all available still for those students, or do they have to live on campus to have access to those?
That's a good question. So yeah, all the social spaces around campus you get access to, whether you're living on or off campus. So things like the cafes, the gym, if you want to take out a gym membership, the pool, you can still have access to those. The only places that you wouldn't get access to are the common rooms that come with the accommodation. So they're just before the students who are living in the on-campus accommodation, but all the rest, the key, the areas like that, you would get access to. But yeah, thank you, Jess. I think then, thank you so much for staying with us right to the end. I think we have gone a little bit over, but yeah, thank you so much for giving up your time for today's session. If we didn't get to answer your question live, I'm so sorry. As Jess said, me and Jess will be typing as many answers as we can. Mosi and Salim, if you do have other commitments, please feel free, and we'll just round up the session, so you can feel free to leave now. But thank you so much for hopping on today and giving your insightful information about the school.
Pleasure. It's okay. I'm happy to remain until we conclude.
Excellent. All right, thank you. So final thoughts from me, everybody. I know that it's always helps you to hear from existing students about, you know, tips that they've got for you about their time at Herts, things they'd wish they'd known. We do actually have some student stories on our social media where students are talking about things they've been involved in since being a student, their favourite places on campus, any societies that they've joined. So go ahead and check those out if you want to hear from students directly as well. And if we don't get to answer your question today, and you're not sure what you need to do next, please do reach out to our team. We're available on international@herts.ac.uk, and you can also reach out to your in-country rep or your agent as well. But thank you for joining in with all the quizzes and the interactive parts as well, everybody. We've really enjoyed hearing your thoughts about what you're looking forward to from Herts. I am going to play one last short video just so we can watch that while we're typing all the answers to the remaining questions. But we hope that you all have a lovely rest of the day, and keep an eye out for the next webinar invite, which will be probably in a month or so's time. All right, thanks everybody. Bye.